G'day all. So it's Thursday afternoon here in beautiful Stellenbosch. I thought I'd better update you all on where things are at before sign-on occurs this Saturday and commencement of racing on Sunday morning. So I flew in very early last Sunday morning. It was actually raining really hard, which was unusual, but cooler conditions. After what felt like a very long time in the air in transit. I did actually make some good rest on the second half of the transit. I wasn't really sure, honestly, once I got off the plane how I was firing, so to speak. My teammate picked me up and we dealt with a little situation that arose while I was travelling, that the team mechanic, Ivan, was working out whether a positive rat was the thing or if it was a false positive, or if we were really in strife. We really weren't sure at that stage. Both my teammate and his wife, they had tested negative multiple times, so we were pretty sure. We just had to wait for Ivan to give us a definitive test as to what we needed to do. But very kindly, my teammate paid for a hotel close by for a few days, close by his place, just to be safer and make sure we got the all clear or whatever came through. So I started riding the next day for the first time with my teammate, just to get a bit of a feel for things. And I think, honestly, some of the things leading up to flying over and the flying over itself took away from things. And honestly, it felt like somebody had halved my battery by 50%. I was definitely not working so well. But I did put a lot of pressure on myself to match, or at least go close to my new teammate. I knew he was strong, stronger than me, so I figured I'd be down a little bit, but I fell very short, and I said so after the ride. Apparently this wasn't an issue, so we got on with it. The next ride, I felt fractionally better the next day. Still not my usual self. Both of these rides were fairly long, reasonably warm, fairly techy. But I think that second ride probably spooked my teammate a little bit more, and he started chatting about other strategies to get through the various grueling stages that is the Cape Epic. Obviously I didn't want to really slow his race down, and I was committed to making it through as well, so there was a little bit of a difference there. But talking about it, he seemed to be happy enough with that. So we did another ride yesterday, and whilst I'm not back to where I should be, I'm getting a lot closer. That felt a lot better to me. Things seemed normal after the ride. We even went off and got a post-ride massage, and I reckon that was probably warranted. That helped. But last night there was a strange tension back at the house, and as things went, boom, we had the discussion. It's, I suppose the best way to describe it is the discussion that we didn't look like getting through the race, and that there was tension within their group in the house because I was there. I'm usually pretty good at picking up on things when they're wrong, but I guess I had a bit of a blinkers on state getting ready for the event, and the euphoria after finally getting here from 4 years, I think, of trying to get over to race with all the planning and everything. So I missed the signs and I missed the cues. So we had a factual chat, but the team solution was telling me to go and get a hotel room elsewhere, and if I wanted to ride, still wanted to ride as teammates, he'd do that just to get us through. Although I really started to think he didn't believe that a finish was possible. I guess you could say a few harsh realities arose. One being that I hadn't counted on the train being as hard and harsh, and I knew it was going to be bad, but it was a real eye-opener once I was out there. And that obviously adds to time on the course that we're going to be out there, and that's obviously an issue for somebody who wasn't planning for it, and that was both of us, to be honest. That and trying to pair two people up for a mammoth challenge like this that had never met each other until a week before the race, that was fraught with pitfalls and issues. I knew that was something that we would have to adapt to. I think he did too, and I honestly thought we were getting there, but I guess not, in the light of these new discussions. Apparently there has been some serious tensions happening in the household. I don't want to be the one responsible for it just by being there. It's their house, so that's cool. So I've got a hotel for a few days, and I've been there since this morning, and I've stupidly put out last minute call for another teammate, but the more I think about it, the worse that idea seems. One crazy Safa has emailed me once the organisers gave me my details, and we'll have a chat, but honestly I'm feeling a bit resigned and a bit down about it, and I think if this can't come together now, I should probably heed the signs and know that my dream of doing the Cape Epic is done. I've thrown so much time and effort at this. I really had the one shot at giving it my best. I know now, riding some of the courses around here, and only little bits compared to what the whole race would be, that my best would probably pull up a fraction short. I honestly think I could have got through and finished it, but there's so many things that are both in and out of my control that needed to come together to make this work. And also did everything to make the controllable correct and allowing for some challenges. Some things just aren't meant to be. I'm a bit of a fighter, but I think I've realised that this last hurdle came up after I ran out of spare energy to deal with this drama. So I feel like I've let down a lot of people, honestly. There's those that have helped me financially, physically, spiritually, and so on, that have really invested in getting me over here to see what I can do. I don't really feel like I've let myself down too much, as strange and as selfish as that may sound, as this last issue is something I really couldn't control. It wasn't my decision, much or at all. So next steps, I'll see how the phone conversation goes with this one maniac that's considered riding with me at the last minute. Honestly, I'm very gun shy of this idea currently, and I really think I'm probably going to get back to him and just can the idea, and I really just want to fly home and forget this whole insane idea at the moment. Maybe it was never meant to be that for me to do this event. I'm pretty unsettled, so I'll work out what I'm doing in the next little bit, and I'll update everybody as I can. I saw a sign the other day that said, "Be decisive, right or wrong, make a decision. The road of life is paved with flat squirrels who couldn't make a decision." So being that there's a lot of squirrels here in Stellenbosch, I have to make a decisive decision. So from here on in, I'll work on what needs to happen to get home in a reasonable time frame, I think. At least it's not the craziness of the 2020 adventure. And yeah, it's just, it is what it is. I honestly thought I'd be either a lot more mad or sad or pissed off or resentful or something, but after 4 years and everything that I've thrown at it, maybe it's just not meant to be. So anyhow, I've gone and got my PCR swab done, so I'm right to fly as soon as I can organise a ticket. My travel agent must hate the words South Africa and me in the same sentence, so I can fully understand that she will probably never want to work with me again. Certainly if I'm saying I'm coming this direction, she'll tell me to go away and get somebody else to do it. But for the moment, I think I just want to come home and ride bikes and not worry about competition or pressure or whatever. So yeah, a bit of a shock, and I'm pretty sad about it realistically, but let's get on with it, get home, start again.